Do you want to let them know of the scam you pulled when it came to the laundry? Yeah, is on
Yeah.
the bed and is on your furniture and it looks like caterpillars.
So that it doesn't feel like one person is doing all the things. So I
Yeah.
think that's a fair bargain, like you said.
Hmm. That one cat that kept pooping every day outside our house for a while. Welcome to another episode of Take Two, where I, Anthra, and my husband Gokul will sit together and discuss the absolute perils of adulting, the absolute perils of millennial adulting, to be very, very specific. Today's topic is something that is again very close to our heart because we both combinedly detest it. And from our interactions with all our friends, we know they hate it equally. And I'm pretty sure once we reveal our topic, you're going to say, oh, yes, we hate it too. So today's topic of discussion is household chores. Just talking about it gives me the creeps. I can't. I just cannot. And the worst is how, everyone talks about moving to a new city, a new house, this new life, this new freedom, but no one talks about what this comes with. It comes with a great roommate or a husband, but it also comes with this absolute mess of household chores. What are your thoughts about this, Kuku? How much do you hate it on a scale of 1 to 10, where 10 being I cannot stand it?
I mean, it depends on the chore as well. But if it were to take a weighted average of all the chores, I think it would be on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest
Highest.
level of hatred. So I think it'll be a 7.5.
Yeah,
What about you?
I think you are the type where there are certain chores that you like doing or you feel like they are unavoidable. So you've somehow made your peace with it, but I just can't do anything. Like if I could outsource it all, I
Yeah.
would gladly. And I think we have to acknowledge it that we do come from a place of privilege where we do get a lot of help from our housekeeper. Is
Yes.
that the new term?
House help.
House help.
Yeah.
Um, who has very kindly taken up everything, which is from cooking to doing the dishes to also sweeping and swabbing. And as much as I complain about how certain things are not done a certain way, even one day without her, and I am miserable. And then me being miserable means you also being miserable. So,
Yeah. We really feel her absence, right?
yeah.
Like whenever she goes out on
Yeah,
a long leave, or we
which are
really
quite a
do.
few.
Yeah, you have recently come up with a
Corporate
new
structure
corporate structure with our house help, right? Yeah.
not working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ironically, she's on leave today also,
Today.
but yeah.
Yes, yes. When is she not? But just the hope that she's coming, within 2 days or 3 days, that gets me,
Yeah.
going like, okay, 3 days and then she'll be back and she'll do the
Right, right.
dishes. And,
Yeah, whatever is said and done, I think it'll be very difficult, at least for us to
yeah,
manage without
yeah.
her, right? Yeah, the job, the long hours. I think we'll starve to death if she's not here.
100%.
So, yeah.
Yes. So you remember when we just moved in and I was quite confident that I could do the cooking and you could do the cleaning and we'll manage it all.
Yeah,
And then, yeah, we just really stopped eating
yeah,
completely. And we started seeing cobwebs all around us and she came to the
yeah,
rescue.
yeah.
Yeah. The
Thank
love
God
of
for Pukaka, as we lovingly call her.
call her.
Yeah.
Yeah. We, our extended family, our family, our neighborhood, everyone calls her Kukaka. I
Yeah.
hope she's not listening though. She'll ask for a even higher raise this time.
Yeah.
Anyway, like we discussed, nobody talks about, the chores that come with the freedom of moving out of your house. When you're at home, however involved you are, your parents do involve you after a certain age and this that, but they're still the ones who are doing all the planning of, okay, this has to be done, that has to be done, this is not there. they still run the house their way. And now all of it is on you. You have to plan Monday what will be done, Saturday what will be done, whether we have Harpic or not. So, what was that one thing? I know you're cocky sometimes. So, what was that one thing probably when you were a child? You were like, they are not doing it right. When I get my place, I'm going to ace this.
I don't know. I guess laundry would be one such thing for me. It looked easy. Uh, the running the machine, trying, maybe not the drying part, but maybe at least the folding part. It looked very simple. Or yeah, I think it is something which I thought I could ace it. Do it with utmost ease. So yeah, I think laundry would be that for me. That chore for me. What about you?
Mine would be, I think, keeping the house great. So my mom was very interested in, decorating the house whenever she would head out. She'd pick stuff for the home and all of that. And she'll decorate it she'll invest quite a bit of time. And then came a time she just gave up. She's like, I am done. I cannot dust this. I cannot do any of this. It's never ending. And I completely judged her. I was like, but it makes the house pretty. She likes doing it. So all of a sudden, why has she stopped? So I thought when I move out, I'm going to decorate the house with everything Harry Potter, get books, get plants, get this, get that. Cut to me getting all of it and then just giving up on it all. Like all of it is now covered with a layer of dust. I think half of the time I'm sneezing because of the dust that is on the books and the plants and your old guitar that we never see you strum.
You mentioned plants,
Oh.
but they're already dead. Where are the on the plants?
When talking about dead plants, we have to highlight the incident where that one tiny indoor, I don't know what it
Yeah.
was, kind of survived that whole famine that we put all of them through.
Yeah.
And I just decided I don't want to water it. And Kukaka again was like, no, please water it. It's still alive. And I said, no, I don't want to anymore because I don't want this one additional responsibility. But you also remember the time we thought we were capable of keeping plants in the bathroom as well.
Right. Yeah.
And
We were fighting at one point, like who gets which plant, like
to
to
take
keep.
care
Yeah.
of, yeah.
Right. And
Cut
cut to
to
now. Yeah.
it's dead. We just have those empty pots which also have moss on them now. So yeah, really, decorating and keeping the house great is such a task.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was also a time where we were big hosters. We do host everyone every weekend, weekday, whatever it is. And we love doing it because I think we love our friends and family alike. And it was always a great time having people over. Only then we stopped taking care of things.
Yeah.
We just didn't want to clean the dining table, or we didn't want to dust the shelves, or we didn't want to puff the pillows up. So we just stopped inviting people over, I guess.
I don't think we're portraying a great image of ourselves
No.
here. People would think of it living in filth and
Filth.
dust.
Yeah, so I think we have a very great hack of living now. It's difficult to say that it's absolutely spick and span, but we came up with a great hack of just not decorating anymore.
Yeah, that would be the right phrase.
We just buy stuff that is very minimal investment, very minimal time investment as well in terms of taking care of it. It should be easily throwable if it's destroyed, which we will. So that's how we live now. That's how we live. We don't eat in our plates anymore. Takeaways are directly consumed from our
The parcel
takeaway
boxes.
parcel box. We use the cutlery they give us. That's how we live. We don't have multiple soaps. The hand wash is the body wash is the face wash is everything. Uh, yeah, we don't believe in a shampoo for you, a shampoo for me, a conditioner for you, a conditioner for me. One thing works for everybody. And yeah, I love how the cavemen lived. Were there any kids, even as a Sorry, were there any chores, even as a kid, you hated doing? Like this crap, I don't want to do.
Didn't have any chores
Oh.
as a kid, I guess. I just had to exist.
My chore was to keep my cupboard clean. That's all. Like it had to be organized. And after a certain age, my parents decided they won't do it. So I had to do it. And yeah, I still struggle with it.
Now that you mentioned, actually, for me, study table,
Mm,
which had a drawer,
mm,
which is a big one.
yeah.
And yeah, that was my sole responsibility to keep that neat and tidy.
Mm.
Yeah.
Did you?
Which mostly used to happen every summer vacation. So
So once
a year.
Same. Mine would be when, not summer vacations, but say we've gone out and we bought a couple of things and then there's no place to shove it in the wardrobe. And then my parents would just be like, nothing doing, you have to sit and reorganize it all. And that used to be one whole day. It used to just take so long because now everyone is dilly-dallying. Do you need this? You don't need this? How are you going to classify everything? And when you're growing up, your sizes are changing so quickly. So then clothes are continuously coming in and then there's this constant churn. No, just put kids in gunny bags, I'm telling you. Don't put them through all of it.
Now that you mentioned this, something else also just came to my mind, which is festival cleaning, which used to happen, which used to be my responsibility as well, mine and my sisters. During Onam or Vishu, we used to make sure the house is
You all were like that urban companies keep cleaning people.
Exactly. Yeah. So that also I hated doing, but yeah, we had to do regardless.
Yeah, like one toothbrush and you're sitting cleaning every grill and the fan. Oh God, cleaning the fan. You need a ladder to accomplish that task. And then everything else gets dirty because that suit-like thing that falls from the fan, is on the bed and is on your furniture and it looks like caterpillars. Oh, trauma.
Yes.
I hate it. What is that one chore now that you're grown up? You do a lot of chores. In fact, you're the one who keeps me on my toes to get the chores done as well. But what is it? Even you slack, right? So, what is it that you don't mind slacking till it's borderline a health hazard and you really have to get it done? What's that kind of a chore?
Health hazard. Yeah, I would like to revisit my previous answer, which is doing the laundry, which I thought was very easy. In fact, I think it's not that difficult if you were to ask me. Of all the chores that we have, I think it's one of the simplest and cleanest. Initially, we were very particular. We had specific days in which we'll make sure the laundry is taken care of. I think of late, I mean, we tend to slack a bit, right? So,
do you want to let them know of the scam you pulled when it came to the laundry?
Fun
laundry
times.
doing.
Yeah.
No, it was a fun time till quite recent.
So we used to make sure we divide the chores equally, right? So even when it comes to laundry also, I came up with this policy where the sub activities are equally distributed. What I would do is I would make sure things are put in the washing machine. I would make sure the switch is turned on. I would make sure the correct program is selected. I would make sure it's switched on and it's run.
Detergent.
And I will make sure that it's completed.
We have an automatic machine.
I will make sure that the final music is played after the machine is done. And I'll ask you to take care of the rest, which is drying and folding, which I think
I used to do.
Then at one point, I don't know, this realization hit you that, wait a minute, this is not equal distribution. Then, then I also felt bad for the scam that I pulled on
for the longest
for
time.
a long period of time. And then I used to take in additional responsibilities in the form of dry. The folding still, resides with you.
Which is the worst. And you know how I discovered your scam? Because your scam had one more layer to it. Because you put the clothes in the washing machine.
Directly.
I realized you're only putting your clothes in the machine, and I'm only drying and folding your clothes, and my clothes were nowhere to be seen. Some selective selection you were doing.
That was accidental,
It
actually.
wasn't. It was a
So
regular occurrence.
sometimes the lazy person that I am, I would like to
Don't
cut off
justify
that, I would like to bypass that layer of putting the clothes in the laundry bag and directly put it in the washing machine. So this tend to happen a lot where it'll only end up with my clothes.
Yeah, because I am the one following the rules and
Yeah.
putting it in the laundry basket. And yeah, I just rewear the same clothes now because my clothes never get washed. We're going to change, we're going to swap, and now you can do the folding and I'll do the washing and the drying.
Yeah, let's discuss this later.
Coming to hacks, since you mentioned this brilliant one, what are the other hacks
Hmm.
you come up with to deal with chores? Because they have to be done. How do you make sure you get them done?
Hacks, I would say one thing that always helps is playing loud music in the background. I think that's a good distraction, especially it's the music that you enjoy, you sing along or whatever. Right? I think that really helps. It speeds up the process, I would say.
What about this stringent rule we follow at home about cooking and cleaning?
Oh yeah. I think that's also a genius idea, right?
Again.
No, I mean I think that's a fair
Yeah.
deal, I guess. But the person who cooks need not do the dishes.
Yeah.
The person who doesn't cook obviously do the dishes, right? I think that's a
Fair
fair part. Yeah. So I think that also helps so that it doesn't feel like one person is doing all the things. So I think that's a fair bargain, like you said.
With all the scams you've pulled off, there is this one thing that I have to call out, which is you never leave the other person in the kitchen alone, which the other person is me. So even if you're not helping, like say I'm cooking and you know you have to do the dishes, then you'll still be around. You'll lurk. You'll
This is similar to that music part I was mentioning earlier. You feel distracted, you'll talk
Yeah,
about something.
yeah.
But you have a very nice term for this, right? Disguised unemployment.
Yes, that's what I call it. And I very quickly run away. The minute you start doing the dishes, then I'm out. Or even if you're cooking, then I'm sitting on my phone and watching meaningless content. But I'm going to work on that and I'm going to be the music to your ears.
Yes.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Any other hack? Do you remember that one hack we started where we have a table on the refrigerator where we started listing things down?
Right. Yeah. In fact, I'm looking at it right now as we speak.
It has chores from 2021.
You were so excited and you were like,
This is going to change my
this
life.
is going to change our lives. Yeah, I still remember the excitement when you got this, right? This is going to turn our lives upside down.
For the better.
For the better. 2 weeks later, it's just like an antique piece at home hanging on the fridge.
It
Yeah.
really makes the fridge look ugly. We should
It
just
does actually.
take it and throw it.
Yeah. It's a magnetic strip for the listeners who didn't understand what it really is. So it's like a magnetic sheet which you can attach on the fridge and write
And a
things.
magnetic pen.
And a magnetic pen which has columns like grocery shopping list, to-do list,
It also
additional
has-
notes, weekly plan, what you have to cook for each day of the week, things like that. Yeah.
Great.
Great.
One other hack that I would like to tell people is it may sound like a great idea to have plants and candles and all. We also have a photo frame in the bathroom, which
Right.
has cobwebs now.
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't do all of that.
Correct.
Just let the bathroom be to pee, poo, and take a shower, brush, do your business, and get out. It needn't be a spa zone, let it be, because you're going to buy the candles and then you're going to have multiple candles and then you're going to see a spider in one of the candles one day because you have not bothered cleaning that space. So yeah, I think that's the hack. The hack is to not overinvest in all of this. Keep things as simple as possible.
Right.
Also outsource. I think whatever you can outsource.
Correct. Yeah.
If you can and it buys you mental peace.
Yeah,
Do
building
it.
on top of that, I think a lot of your friends and a lot of the people that you know, a
Mm.
lot of people that I know,
Yeah.
we know a lot of clean freaks,
Yeah.
people who like takes pleasure in
Cleaning and
cleaning, who
organizing.
enjoys doing it.
Yeah.
So maybe they might not relate to
Our
our
problems.
discussions or problems right now, but yeah, good job to all those clean freaks.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's a real skill. And to do it with work and gazillion other things that millennials are expected to do, manage your finances, and then you're doing yoga, and then you're eating healthy, and then you have to read 10 pages a day, you have to meditate. With all of that, if you're still managing to have an organized cupboard, a clean bathroom, a great smelling house, dishes done. Dishes done. Oh God, we have to talk about dishes, the bane of our existence. God. And in Bangalore, doing dishes is an absolute nightmare because I know the temperatures in the north of the country go even lower than what we see in Bangalore, but I don't like the cold, and then I don't like cold water, and me having to wash my stupid plate because you have to do it. Oh, it's painful. I'm just going to eat from my hands now. I'll just buy banana leaves and start eating in them.
Yeah, I think it's more like a you problem because you have a low threshold for
Don't say
cold
it.
temperatures.
Oh, yes. Oh, thank
Yeah,
God. I thought you were going to say cleanliness.
that too.
Don't be this person.
Yeah.
Continue. Sorry.
No. So I was gonna say again, this again might be a you problem where the temperature is of a concern. But having said that, doing dishes, yeah, it's a nightmare. I totally agree. It's the worst chore that I can think of. The chore that I hate the most doing. Yeah,
Um, yeah, doing the dishes is definitely, I think, it really tops the list of what we hate.
correct.
But if you had to rate like the next few of them, what would you give them? Mildly annoying or soul crushing? So I think dishes would be soul crushing.
Yep, definitely.
Laundry,
It's mildly annoying to not annoying also at times.
correct.
Like I said, it's a sometimes it feels like a pleasant chore also.
Oh, you're just turning on the buttons, but okay.
Yeah.
Quickly moving on. Cleaning the bathroom.
Yeah, for me it'll be somewhere between mildly annoying and soul crushing.
Yeah, for me it is soul crushing.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I think those fumes, once you close the door, they really you inhale them and feel giddy. I don't know again if this is a me thing,
Mhm.
but I don't want to smell blue colored chemicals
Mm,
in enclosed spaces.
okay.
Yeah, I don't like it.
You should turn on the exhaust next time.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Taking out the trash because this happens every time when we are on call and
Mm,
yeah, they come to collect the trash.
right. They have this knack of turning up during meetings.
Yeah, the exact time when
Yeah.
both of us are occupied.
Yeah. I think it's fine taking out trash. Like I said, apart from this hurdle of doing it during the meeting, I think it's mildly annoying.
I really worry for the day where sometimes I forget to wear my earphones, actually quite often, and I am the one who takes calls, when it's blaring.
Yeah.
And I take my laptop with me when I'm throwing the trash. So I'm scared where I'll throw my laptop instead of the trash or my phone instead of the trash because I can be absent-minded. Yeah, it's a nightmare.
I know subconsciously you would want to do that.
Yeah, that is true. Maybe I'm manifesting it.
Yeah.
Do you want to share some chore related fails that have happened? For example, you remember the time when I did the laundry and I forgot to separate the colorful ones out,
Oh.
and quite a few of your things turned into a color you're not very fond of, which is pink.
Yeah, that was a disaster.
Yeah.
Okay, one show related failure that I can think of is when I cook, which is not very often also.
It's quite often.
Okay.
Come on.
When I cook, I think the place gets super messy.
That's it.
I don't know how it happens, but it does. So that's something which I can think of. Yeah.
And the hack to that is doing?
The dishes are.
No, both of them together.
Both of them as in
So as you cook, you should like simultaneously
clean the
clean
place
the
as well.
place. Yeah, you multitask basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. So much thought I did not put in. It does not strike me.
Now
that-
you will.
Yeah.
After this conversation.
So when I'm cooking, I'm in my zone.
Mhm.
So nothing else.
Like
I
4
can't.
slices of bread.
I can't say anything other than those 4 slices of bread and the omelette that I'm making. So
Hmm.
yeah.
Ha. You know, a lot of times we have chores that come out of the blue and they're an absolute surprise. I can share one with you, which is that one cat that kept pooping every day outside our house for a while. And we were also subscribing to a physical newspaper that time, and I was quite into reading it. But for like 2, 3 days, I realized it was smelling weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I kept asking you, and you said, no, maybe it's just recycled paper. Yeah, sure. Economic Times is recycling paper. And I still read it. I read those newspapers, and one fine day I saw a brown substance that was runny and a weird smell.
That's when it hit you that this is not recycled.
It's just
It is-
cat poo. And then this very kind cat that was actually helping us by, peeing and pooing on the newspaper decided to step away and do it on the floor. So now I had to start cleaning the floor. And it wasn't always, solid
Mm.
poo. It
Mm.
was runny a lot of the times. And I had no help. I had to do it by myself.
Where was I?
You ran into the bedroom and decided to not step out till it was clean.
I don't remember
No,
this
I
part.
remember this very clearly.
Okay.
And I had to do this a couple of times, like the runny poo business. The solid poo I took out quite easily, but the runny poo, yeah. So that was something that I felt like I had to share with everyone.
Okay.
Because I still open the door in the morning with fear where this cat has again come and blessed us.
Like everyone listening to this, I also sympathize with this.
I'm an animal lover, but that cat, not a
Mm.
fan.
Mm.
Anyway, I think we've had a great discussion. We've also spoken about this cat. We've spoken about a lot of the help we get. We've spoken about how we try and, wade through these chores.
Right.
Yeah, we can't escape them. You can run, you can hide, but you can't escape your chores.
Right. Keep playing the music and just do your chores.
Do your chores. Try to minimize things as much as possible.
Right.
Yeah.
Do it smart. Do it the smart way.
Do it the smart way. And yeah, so even if you're messy or you're a cleanliness freak, don't mind. I think you're racing other aspects of your life. So keep doing that, and the rest will just fall in its place. So you'll still always remain
One.
in a millennial. Thanks for tuning in. We'll meet you with another episode sometime soon. See ya. Bye. Take care.